Well, hey there, and welcome to another episode of the After Hours podcast. Tiffany here, and I am super excited to be back here at Castle Blood with Ricky Dick, also known as Gravely Macabre, when he is in castle attire. And it's always great to be back here. This is one of my favorite haunts, and I always love coming back here. But I wanted to sit down and talk to you because, it's a new year, new season, and you guys have all kinds of cool stuff, it seems, going on this year. So, but you guys seem to have had like a really exciting season last year with a lot going on. You launched your VIP tours, you had the media ambassador program, which I was a part of, and it was a lot of fun. If you can give us maybe just like a recap and, maybe some highlights of last year, definitely would love to hear about that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Last year was very, very busy. The ebbs and flows of the world and the ebbs and flows of the country and the economy and all like that always makes things challenging. I mean, to be honest, we still haven't gotten our numbers back to pre-pandemic numbers.
Right.
So that meant we can either keep doing things the way we always do and hope for the best, or we could be a little more aggressive. Mm-hmm. So we started our Patreon that you could find at Patreon Castle Blood, to help us out with some bills, to be honest. But we started the Castle Blood social media ambassador program that Tiffany is, and our friend from Halloween
Town. Shout out to Hannah.
Yeah, is on as well. That's been very beneficial. Appalachian Morticia, she's also a part of that from down in West Virginia. She comes up. So that's helped. We started doing behind the scenes VIP tours so that our real hardcore fans can get an inside peek. Mm-hmm. We don't usually let people video the tour itself because of how we do the tour. Right. It'd kind of be like video in an escape room. Well, then nobody needs to go. They just saw how it all,
Yeah.
So I do some little behind the scenes how we make things videos on our TikTok, but we decided to get much more aggressive on social media and TikTok, do these other events. Whispering Souls Paranormal, we did more ghost hunts with them. So good old Patty Paranormal is great there with us. And we changed a little bit of the shows in that for all four of our shows, it was one continuous storyline last year. If you only came to one show, you didn't miss out. It was all explained as you kind of went along. But we kind of picked a topic and had all four shows kind of work from a start. Instead of a beginning, middle, and end, we had a fourth one in there because we do 4 shows a year. So we did that.
Right.
Sadly, it's always tough with the winter one and Christmas.
Yeah.
Because in 24, we lost the whole Christmas show to weather. And this year we lost one of the 2 days to weather. So
yeah.
So, we're always looking for a new way of how we do things, how we can keep going. This is our 34th season. And if you think I know everything, you are very, very wrong. I'm still learning and figuring it out every year.
But I was glad that, we came on the Friday for the Christmas tour because it was the Saturday that the weather was bad. I remember, I think, didn't you guys try doing like a Valentine's Day tour?
We did Valentine's Day a couple times and we never got the full weekend in.
Yeah.
It would either snow horribly or be so cold.
Right.
I mean, when it's wind chill of 14 here in Pittsburgh, my cast members would probably try to get here and show up. Right. But I can't ask customers to try and come for that. That's not right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and because the thing is, it's like with February in Pittsburgh, it's like,
you never know.
It's either a beautiful day like it is today, or it's, or you get like that big, huge snowstorm that we got a few weeks ago or something like that. So yeah, you never can tell, but yeah, I mean, because the Valentine's Day, it is a cool theme for for a place like this, especially since like you guys are kind of centered around like vampires and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool, but you can only do what you can,
I got frostbite twice.
Oh my goodness.
Working out front. So we stopped doing Valentine's because my doctor said, you're not doing Valentine's anymore.
So that was kind of like no more Valentine's Day. So, oh my goodness. But I really liked the theme last year though, with like the witches, and I loved that whole witchy theme. But this year, because those of us that are on the Patreon, and if you're not on the Patreon, what are you doing with your life? Get on it, because you do get some sneak peeks at what's coming up for the season, just any new merch that they have coming out. And you guys did kind of tease us a little bit with your new shirt design. And I must say, I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get it myself. And, but maybe without giving away, too much, what's this year's theme and what can people expect?
So we went with witches for the 4 shows last year. This year we're going to try and go after some legends of the werefolk, werewolves and things like that. The Scottish, Irish, and Celtic legends about those kind of creatures are very different than the European and what you see in most of the monster movies. Yeah. So each one of the shows will be able to be very different. We'll focus on the Celtic, both Welsh, English, Scottish, and Irish legends for St. Patrick's Day. Yes. And that'll be an interesting thing because it's very different than what you're actually expecting. Yes. Yeah. Those kind of werewolves in their legends are different. But then we'll take it into Summerween and Halloween, and then finish up with Christmas, of course. Yeah. So it should be fun. Yeah. And the shirt is very, very nice. It's it almost looks like kind of a woodcut. It does. That my wife Dawn, who is Hexabart, did. It's all hand drawn. No, she didn't even use Photoshop on it. Oh wow! It was that is awesome. That was all hand drawn. No AI art here, folks. She's trying to make money selling real art, so we're not an AI haunt or a family, right? Yeah. No, but because when I saw the shirt, I was like, ooh, and I could see the whole like werewolf theme coming, but I love that you guys are touching on like the Celtic, like the Scottish, the Irish, where werewolves, because like you said, they are a bit different. Yep. And what would you say is a key difference between, say, a werewolf of Ireland, Scotland versus, say, maybe one of like Romania, Germany? Well, first off, you have to remember that the Universal Monsters Wolfman was made up. Kurt that wrote it, Kurt Simiak. Sorry. Just made it up. Yes, you hear some stories of legends or whatever, but he didn't really go on any real hard basis. He made up the legends that we think. He made up the pentagram in the palm of your hand. He made up all that stuff. Yeah. But it seems like it's our culture now to believe all that, even where other movies like American Werewolf in London reference the old movie as if it was an encyclopedia. Yeah. Watching the Wolfman is not a wiki on Wolfmanness. It's not. It's cool and it's the best, but it's not. Yeah. So the Scottish stuff, you have people that both transform, but you also have in their legends actual creatures that are halfway all the time. Okay. Between man and animal. And actually the whole monster thing is a little different interpretation with them as well. Yeah. Yeah. Well, even I was reading somewhere, even just about wolves in general, like Ireland, way, way, way back, like hundreds and thousands of years ago, was actually known as the land of the wolves. Yeah, Wolfland, absolutely. Wolfland, yep. Yeah, and there's like this really cool, because I'm in Celtic music and all that stuff as well, like Gothic Celtic music. So this whole theme is like, okay, this is like covering all my bases right here. Yep. But because I was reading about how like Ireland was like Wolfland, and like there's like this whole like and there's this whole like integration connection with women and wolves and the moon and and I find that very fascinating. And I was also reading too about how like the banshees actually originated. It was like from these women that actually they
women who would mourn like the passing of loved ones, for families and friends and everything. And they would sing, they would use their voices and like sound and everything. And, but somehow that became convoluted and like demonized. And now like the banshee's known as like kind of like a demonic entity, when really it was, the word banshee. It like, I forget what the exact translation is, but it basically translates to, it was like a woman who would, and, sometimes she was a woman said to be a woman from the netherworld, but it wasn't like it was anything really demonic. But of course, over time those things get twisted, as I'm sure but yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys are doing with the werewolf theme and everything. But you guys are setting up right now. In fact, when I came in, you guys were like cleaning things up and getting things ready for St. Patrick's Day.
The weather's been so bad. When she came in, one of the cast members was here still taking down Christmas.
So because I was going to ask you, like, what are some of like the challenges that come with setting up for a new season?
Well, the hardest thing is, like, if anybody's ever been here for our Halloween show, or any of our shows, it's the same amount of work and time to set up for a 2-day show as it is for the whole month of October. It's a whole new script. It's new effects or props for the actors in each scene for the game or whatever that you're playing. So it's kind of St. Patrick's Day is the most fun because you get to shake off the winter. It feels like, as we're taping this, it's 70 degrees in the first week of March.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And, and it feels like spring. So for all of us weirdos and spooky people, well, April 1st is right around the corner. And that means we're halfway to October. Not halfway to Halloween, but halfway to October at least.
Yes.
In our real season.
Yeah.
So it's fun to do. But a lot of times after Christmas, the weather turns bad. Nobody wants to be here to work. I don't blame them. I don't either. We're all still, we have to have Christmas ready 6 weeks after Halloween's done.
Yeah. Wow.
So we go from August 1st until December 15th or 20th without a break.
So you guys are like nonstop.
So over the winter we don't even want to see each other all that much. We need a break. We need to stay home. We need to heal.
It's like, I love you guys, but I need me time right now.
Anytime we get a break in the weather in February and March or whatever, then we come in and clean up and tear down and do whatever. So if we watch the weather, it's going to be at least 50 degrees. Let's go over and just get it down. So that's kind of some of the challenges. After St. Patrick's Day, it gets easier because, other than rain or not, we don't have to worry about weather.
Of course,
for setting up for Summerween or setting whatever. We worry about rain if it's a show day because we don't want people to be uncomfortable.
Right.
We are 20% outside.
Yeah.
So St. Patrick's Day is in some ways the toughest one to get ready for.
Right.
Because I should be writing it in January and I'm just too tired.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Well, yeah. And plus, it's like the dead of winter and, most of nature is hibernating at that time anyway. So
that's what I've learned to do too.
Yeah. And then once February 1st and stuff comes around, it's like, okay, you can start doing everything. But I'm sure that, especially, since kind of like what you said, you guys were just now taking down like the last of the Christmas decorations. And I'm sure that also had to do with like the bad stretch of weather that we had for a long while. Cause I remember you were saying that like the snow was so piled up, you couldn't even get into the castle there.
Oh, correct. No, they had where we park are on the side. We're on a corner lot and the main street gets plowed up great, but we don't park on the main street, obviously, and so when they're going up and down the side street is a main way to get back into the neighborhood that we're near. So they plow it a lot and they plowed us in 2-3 feet. There was a nice big frozen ice hump that we kind of had to wait until it could go, you know? And I'm not getting any younger. So with the snow kept coming once a week is like, oh, my butt's not going to go shovel and break that all up and then have it be back again the next day.
There's almost no point to it. It's like, you may as well just like wait for the actual thaw and then, okay, go and do what you can and everything.
Yep.
So yeah. So but as far as last season goes, are there any like funny or spooky stories or anything that happened that like might be funny or scary or anything like that?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I'm not in the haunt. I guess I should have prepared and asked the customers more. There was one nice thing that you might have seen on our TikTok. My daughter's a social media director.
Yeah.
And she hides cameras and scare cams all over the castle.
Oh, I've seen those. I love it.
We get the reputation because we are so story driven and magic and effects and all like that of not being scary.
Yeah.
But we pump scares wherever we can. And there was one that I loved. She was right outside this room where she hid a camera, but I'm sure she's a very nice early 20s young lady.
Yeah.
Spotted it and started making faces into the camera and all this stuff. And right when she was done and turned around was when the scare happened right next to her.
Oh, so she was
hamming it up and trying to be silly and all like that, which just set her up even better.
Even more.
To watch her just shriek in terror.
Oh, man.
I mean, the rest of the group got gotten too, like they were supposed to. But it was just really like, oh, that's a nice little piece of serendipity there.
Yeah.
That she's like, rah, 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 and turns around and bam,
so
she got
funny.
it.
Yeah.
So we love when that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
And we have evidence.
Yeah.
Because of all these cameras, we have evidence. I understand that I don't care what haunt you go to. Not every single person in every single group is going to get scared by every single scare actor.
Right. Exactly.
It's just impossible. Yeah. Impossible.
Exactly.
But from our scare cams, I know that every scare gets somebody in every group.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
it's going to.
Different things scare different people. So, we don't have people jumping in the hallway, grabbing you and shaking you and telling you they're going to kill you.
Right.
It's just not what we do.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah. Because I did see those scare cams like on your like TikTok and Instagram, and they're pretty fun. But it's great to see that. It's great to see like just people enjoying themselves like that, and and that actually gives you a really good look at just how much people are really enjoying themselves here and enjoying the haunt. In fact, when I came to the Christmas tour with Hannah and her husband. When we were leaving, I overheard some, people coming out, and they were like, "That was the best time," but it's great to, because you guys put so much into this, and it's like, it's such a labor of love. So, I'm sure it has to be rewarding when people like have that type of a reaction, like they walk away, like just really like they just enjoyed themselves so much, and and I love all types of haunted attractions, but it seems like this, like it's like you almost really truly go into another world here with this particular attraction, and I don't know if it's just because of you guys are so story driven, or the way you guys just kind of set up just like your whole like atmosphere and motif, but there's just something so unique about this place that, even though I've been here a million times, and I've been here even, when the castle isn't even like when you guys are working and it's not even in operation, it still keeps me coming back, and it's still a very enjoyable experience,
One thing is that pretty much every square inch of this place is decorated.
Yes.
We learned a long time, very early, we learned that, if you have a group of 8 people, there might be 1 person, 2 per people that just came with their friends and whatever, and aren't the biggest, not that they don't like it, they aren't fans.
Right.
But they're just not into it to the extreme,
Yeah.
Or if we're working on a puzzle and they don't have anything to contribute or whatever, so their eyes start wandering around and, like that. And if we don't have it perfectly decorated, if we don't have every nook and cranny filled, it's totally going to lose them as far as believability.
Yeah.
I mean, so we try as much as we can. Every room is overly decorated because they're not going to catch us of oh, look at that. That's like from real life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right? Like,
yeah.
we really try to avoid that whenever we can because of that.
Yeah. And if you guys have a chance to come on there, will you guys be doing your VIP tours again this year, you think?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We'll announce soon. Right after St. Patrick's Day, we'll announce our spring and summer events.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But halfway to Halloween on a full moon, May 1st, halfway to Halloween, we will be doing another behind the scenes tour.
Behind the scenes tour. I love it.
And follow that up on the next day with doing one of our paranormal investigations here.
Yeah. Because if you haven't been on one of their VIP tours, I very much recommend it, especially if you've been coming here for years and you're a fan. And and even if you just love to see behind the scenes stuff of, how just different little hacks, because you guys have a lot of them. I mean, there were some things that surprised me. I'm not going to give any of them away, but you have to come on the VIP tour and find out for yourself. But there were some things that surprised me that, just little, just how you make like a candle, like, I don't know, like a candelabra or something like that. And like what it's actually, what it's made of and all that stuff. And it's just, it's really, really cool just to see how, just sometimes to see how the nuts and bolts are working behind the scenes. Yeah.
We turn all the show lights on, but we also leave our overhead work lights on for that. And for that one, while I don't want you to take video, you are allowed to take still photography.
Right. Yeah.
So if you want to, and to be honest, we've done 4 or 5 groups worth now, I guess.
Yeah.
Most people forget to take pictures.
And then they're like, oh no.
They're so engrossed in everything.
Yeah.
And figuring out. And it is a little bit teaching. We've had other haunters come through.
Right. Yeah.
Escape room owners come through and stuff like that. And I know they're learning some stuff, and that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's no problem. I'm happy to teach anybody else that wants to know how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a fun time. So we'll be doing those. We'll be doing more paranormal. We'll be doing our regular shows. We'll be open to tiny little weddings, like always. I actually had a wedding Halloween Day this year.
That is so cool.
By long time customers.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And I'm like, okay, we're open Halloween night. It's going to be a heck of a day for us. You're going to have to do this early afternoon.
Yeah. But that's so cool though.
In the midst of a Halloween season and the tear down and wear down of us and everything. It was like, these people are so nice and they've been coming a long time. So I'm ordained. We can do the whole thing.
Right, of course. Yeah.
It's a nice, spooky, weird, funny ceremony.
Do you do it as Gravely?
Yep.
Nice.
And Gravely has proper vestments to wear. And all that kind of stuff.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. And another one of your workers is getting married, you said.
Yeah. That's not for a little bit while. Yeah. When he came, we've been talking about her wedding dress. So she wants it to be a character from one of the Final Fantasy games.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And you've had a couple of kids' birthday parties here too.
We have.
Nice.
We did a Sour 16 one time. We've done a couple of little graduation parties.
Yeah.
We're available if people want to bring their photographer and get their senior pictures taken.
Why not?
If you're the one goth kid in your rural community school,
this is perfect.
This is how it is,
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But you have, you mentioned, you have some ghost hunts and paranormal, investigations groups coming, and I got to get myself to one of those because I've caught some orbs here on camera when I've got, been getting footage here myself. Yeah, tell a little bit about like some of like the paranormal groups. Sure. Yeah, any ghostly encounters recently, or
we contract out with Whispering Souls Paranormal Investigations, Wispies, and they've been doing this stuff in Pittsburgh a long time. They used to be under a different name, and that name went defunct, and they started this one, and they're very professional. They have lots of equipment. You're allowed to bring your own equipment on their hunts, but if you don't have anything, you're still welcome to come, and they'll loan you some equipment. So that's fun. They've been here so much that they know where the hot spots are after all this time. My cast members know where the hot spots are. So when we first started them, it was almost like a show and tell. You enter a room and the investigator investigated whatever.
Okay.
Now it's much more hands-on, much more like you'll get put into a little group of a few people, not a lot of people. And you'll have one of my cast members with you so you don't get lost. Because you're going to be able to use all the different secret little access doors we have and stuff like that. So it's not just a straight path like it is when you're here for a show. And they have their investigators set up scattered around the place. So if your group is going to like, okay, well, let's go move over to here, but you're like, no, I'm getting good stuff. Well, you can stay,
right?
Because we have enough people to cover you and make sure. And they get stuff every time. I mean, we have people that come back multiple times here. So I guess they must be getting good stuff.
Right.
To be honest, I stay up in the gift shop. I'm not part of the paranormal tours at all. I've never even been on one. I've never seen one. I don't know what they do because as a special effects artist, I need to not be involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I need them to have plausible deniability that I haven't done anything.
No, this is true. No, I hear what you're saying.
And that's why it's very nice now that we let them do what they want.
Yes.
So they would not even be in a position if I did fake something, they might not even go to that area.
Yeah.
So it would be a total waste of my time, right?
Right. So, yeah, of course.
So yeah, but they get they've had people, they've gotten words that seem like people are talking about me or other cast members.
Ooh, okay.
They've gotten sounds.
Hopefully good stuff, but
they've gotten sounds that relate to a joke between a couple of cast members and a cast member who passed away.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Like one time, Tim Morris, who would have been the brother-in-law of the person that's getting married, that's working downstairs. He was joking with a few of our cast members about one of these days I'm going to come in here when Ricky's not around and I'm going to put the Christmas music on for one of the other shows. Right?
Yeah.
So this wasn't even when we were in this building. This was the one down the street.
Oh, okay.
Because he passed away when we were still down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So one of the parents late, like at the end of one of these investigations, and this is only from what I hear them telling me, in one of the rooms that probably would have been where Tim ended up working, just thematically, they heard the word Tim and they heard Christmas music.
Oh,
and this was not, we don't do them over the winter because it's too cold. You know what I mean? We didn't have any Christmas stuff. This was summertime investigation and all that kind of stuff. And, so there's weird things like that.
Yeah.
It's like, am I going to tell you Tim's here and played the music as a joke? No, because I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. But I know what the customers are saying. So,
oh my gosh.
Wow. It's one of those, it's for you to decide.
It's for you to decide where the ghost's eavesdropping or, Yeah.
Well, the rest of his family is still here. His two brothers and his now sister-in-law are still cast members here. So who knows how he drifted over here from where, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And how often do you guys do the,
at least twice a year. We do one in the spring and one in September.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets pretty hot. We want to have all the windows closed and the doors closed and everything. So so you don't get outside noises.
Yeah, of course.
So having it in July or August is tough. Because this place obviously isn't air conditioned, right? So it's a little rough. So we do them in the spring and we do them in the fall. And actually, if you have a group of 8 or 10 people on your own that you want to have come, we can book that separately, and the Wispies will all come and help and and kind of host it for you and like that. So you can do that too if you don't just want to be part of the big group. Then, to be honest, that's on you. If you want to come when it's 100 degrees, that's fine with me. Because you know why? Because I'll be up in the gift shop.
Be there with my fans and all that. So, there you go. But yeah, I got to get myself out to a ghost hunter event too. I think that would be so much fun. And I would be curious as to what I might hear and everything. So like I said, I've caught orbs like when I was getting footage and everything.
So if you come with real equipment, who knows what you're going to do?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I was just getting that on my camera, my phone and all that stuff. So who knows? And like, have you ever heard anything like personally yourself? I mean, I'm sure
I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything disturbing, but I have heard stuff that shouldn't be happening. I mean, we're on a busy street, right?
Yes, of course.
But after 11 years in this building now, I know the difference between stuff. So there have been times when I've heard things that I shouldn't hear necessarily, and all the hair on my arms go up immediately and stuff like that. Is that my brain doing it? Is that a chill? Is that a whatever? you know, it's a 125-year-old funeral parlor. Who knows who or what is in here?
Yeah.
You know, from long before we were here.
Yes. Exactly.
But it's also, you know, I need to fix a hole in the roof over there. I need to fix this. So you know, I know what could be natural.
Right.
And there's sometimes that I feel I get a breeze, I get a feeling, I get a sense, I get a sound, I get a whatever that I don't think really should have happened. A couple of cast members have had things happen where they're working in a room and it's just me and them working, but I ran to Lowe's for something.
Yeah.
So they thought I had come back because they heard footsteps, and footsteps come down the hall, go in front of them, and go down another hall, and they didn't see anything, and I wasn't back yet.
Yeah.
And that's when I find them curled up, just sitting on their phone in another room.
And you're like, I heard something, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're gonna hurt you. They're just kind of
I mean, even and to be honest, even on our regular tours, every once in a while, a customer will say, "Well, I got touched. I thought this was a no-touch haunt." You know, and I'm like, well, where were you? Oh, well, I was standing up against a wall in the library. How are we going to touch you if you're standing up against a wall?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So,
you know, so I don't know. Oh, was it bad? Was it? No, it was just like a tug on my belt loop. And I'm like, I don't know, man.
The ghost playing a joke on you or something, trying to get your attention for some reason.
And I'm sure that happens. I'm sure I have cast members that I don't know about, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And well, I mean, even because this is such an old building, and for those of you that may be brand new to Castle Blood, I mean, as Ricky said, it is in like a 100-plus-year-old funeral home that they converted into a haunted attraction, which I think is like, that just adds to the charm of this place. But even, you know, going to like, you know, historical sites that have been around, like I've been to Gettysburg a few times, and, you know, and I've seen things, heard things there. I've been on a couple of ghost tours, you know, in Gettysburg, and I mean, it's really, and I think like some of it is probably residual energy, but, you know, I also think that there are definitely some, you know, souls that probably haven't moved on yet. There are, you know, maybe even, I know there might even be like some portals, you know, in places too, where you might be able to sort of simultaneously experience other times and places and everything. And, but it's so fascinating, just to like, even just consider that, you know, some, you know, souls or people are still here, or maybe it could be, you know, experiencing a lapse, you know, an overlap in time from, you know, back when, you know, this was an operating funeral parlor, and, you know, and maybe they're looking at you all being like, hey, what are you doing here? And then tug at your belt loop, you know? So,
well, there's one room that gets a lot of action, and voices show up on their recorders, and all that kind of stuff. And images have been taken where, if you want to interpret it that way, you can make a case for somebody standing in the corner and stuff like that. And asking the town folk, that like the real older people that might know or whatever, some people think that one of the previous funeral directors is still here.
Oh,
because the people that were investigating saying, we saw this guy, he looked like this, he dressed like this, he did whatever. We think we have a picture of him, but it could be just the way the shadows were hitting the curtains, or who knows, or this or that. But then I talked to, since passed away, but I talked to somebody who was at the time in their 70s or 70s about stuff. And I go, hey, you know, you're not going to believe what happened. Blah, blah, blah happened. And he went, oh, that sounds exactly like, you know, and he always did. And he always, Joe Check's funeral home was one of the 4 different families that owned the place.
Yeah.
And he always dressed more from the past than what his actual time period. That was scary.
Yeah.
Time period that comes. We just had a cast member.
That's what I was like, oh my gosh, is that the funeral director or something? You know?
Well, our scare actors have perfect timing. That is a true thing. So yeah, there's, you know, when we got this place, the town was like, you know, people in town, oh no, that place is haunted as hell.
Yeah.
You know, I hope you're okay in it and stuff like that. And nothing malicious has happened to anybody here under our guise.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I talk to them as if they're real and if they are here, because I just a smart way to do it. You know, and they know what kind of show we're doing anytime. They know if it's a ghost hunt. They know if it's a regular show.
Yeah.
And I just tell them, hey, look, I thought they were going to tear this building down before we got it. You know, you want this place to be here forever. Work with us a little.
We got to do it. Yeah, we got to do it.
A little Ghost and Mrs. Muir action here. Let's just deal with each other the way we want and and make it happen, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Like, I don't get anything like malevolent or anything, like any like malevolent vibes here or anything like that. You know, even you know, when we were doing like the media ambassador thing, and I was like kind of in the castle, like, you know, alone, you know, doing my thing and everything. And it's just like, you know, I mean, sometimes you do kind of feel like, okay, I feel like somebody's watching. I feel like someone's watching me, you know, but it's not anything like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of here. You know, it's not like one of those, like, I don't feel like threatened in any way. I just feel like, okay, maybe there's a sense that maybe there's a curious spirit there that just wants to watch me do a photo shoot, which I don't care if they want to watch me do a photo shoot, that's fine, you know? So, but just so many exciting things that you guys are doing. And like I said, I got to get me to a paranormal,
yeah, they're fun. Know. They're like 4 hours long. So you really get a good taste of everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like even the behind the scenes tour is only an hour and a half.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the paranormal thing starts at 7. We do a little talking and history and stuff like that. And you're going till 10:30 or 11 most nights.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. And where can people, like, you know, find you guys and get tickets and buy tickets to the paranormal events, buy tickets to the VIP events? You know, where can people, you know, find you? Like if they're brand new to Castle Blood.
Sure.
Yeah.
So our website is thecastleblood.com. You can find us on Facebook as Castle Blood. Instagram and TikTok, I believe, is official Castle Blood.
Okay, yeah.
And the TikTok is both behind the scenes, making takey things, and just comedy and me dancing with my granddaughters like a goofball. You know? As you do on TikTok, right?
That's how you got to do it. Yeah.
The Whispering Souls Paranormal Investigations. You can look them up to see, and they're on TikTok and Facebook and everything as well. But obviously, everything they do is linked on our pages.
Yeah.
All the time too.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, the next paranormal, the next behind the scenes. So we have as we do this, we have St. Patrick's Day coming up next week.
Yeah.
And May 1st, Friday, is a behind the scenes show. May 2nd, Saturday is investigation.
Nice.
And then June 12th and 13th is Summerween.
Beautiful.
So we got lots of stuff already lined up.
Yeah, I know. And I love how you guys are doing things all year round, and we don't just have to wait for Halloween. No. That's a good thing.
All of you weirdos, we all say Halloween is every day. Yes. Halloween 365, but we try and prove it.
Yeah, my shirt says October forever. So, yep, got it at Crawford School of Terror, which also friends of you guys. Yep. And yeah, so shout out to Crawford. They're awesome too. And and I love how just the whole haunted attraction industry just seems like one big family, you know?
Oh, we try. I mean, there's Crawford School of Terror, Allen's Haunted Hayride, and Demon House, and us try to have a small haunt family. Every one of them are run by families, you know, the actors are families, like that.
Yeah.
And we try to support each other as much as we can.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, in our area in Pittsburgh, you know, we're zombie capital of the world.
Yes.
There's at least 3 big giant $1 million haunts. And they just crush us.
Right.
You know, to be honest. What the appeal of is standing in line for 3 hours for a 25-minute tour, I don't get. Even though the haunts are fine.
Yeah.
Haunts are all fine. So yeah, we have all joined forces and at least try to co-promote or do whatever we can to help each other out. We visit each other's haunts as often as we can.
Yeah.
I mean, in my courtyard right now, there's logos for all 3 of those haunts.
Yeah.
You know, right there.
Yeah, I like Crawford. I like Demon House. I like all those. I love all those places. And there's, and while the larger haunts are enjoyable, there's just something about like a small town haunt and everything that, and where, like I said, it just everybody just enjoy. They're there because they enjoy what they do,
Correct.
And
I mean, I learned a long time ago in business. I read Sam Walton's book.
Yeah.
And it said the way to compete with Walmart is to do something nobody else can do. Just understand you're going to have to do it on a smaller scale.
Right. Yeah.
Like don't try to sell toothpaste and be a toothpaste guy.
Yeah.
Because the big mega stores are going to crush you.
Right.
Right. If you do something that's not worth a big business's time.
Right. Yeah.
So to actually have you in a set for 3, 4, 5 minutes to talk to you personally as a character, to have you sit and touch things and do things. Big giant haunts can't do that.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So the big, like I said, the millionaire, the Walmart haunts.
Yeah.
They look beautiful. They have every toy and every giant expensive prop you can get.
Yeah.
Understand it. Go for the spectacle. Have a good time. But the smaller haunts have to be more ingenious.
Yeah.
Have to actually be the ones that develop things. Because the big giant haunts are just going to go to the trade show and go, oh yeah, we're going to buy that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a different mentality that I think that some of us have. Now the workers at those big haunts, they're all great and fine.
Oh yeah.
They all love their haunt. They all love what they do. No dissing on that at all.
Of course.
Not telling you not to go to the big haunts.
Right.
Just, a nice diversity, you know?
Yes, definitely. So, but you open for St. Batrick's Day, March 13th, right?
Yes, it's Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Woo!
13th and 14th.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering why we had St. Patrick's Day, it's not just because it's a fun little joke. If anybody's seen this, has come for a long time. Marty Gere portrayed a very Christopher Lee old school vampire with us.
Nice, yeah.
And he was born on St. Patrick's Day for real.
There you go.
So after he passed away and we started doing St. Patrick's Day, we did St. Patrick's Day in his honor because we would always be celebrating and thinking of him on his birthday anyway.
Yeah.
And for some reason that year, we found green tinsel bats at Halloween. Why the heck would anybody make green tinsel bats?
It was like a sign there.
We bought everyone we could find.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it was like a sign. It was meant to be. It was like, universe is telling you do St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
So we slid from Valentine's Day into St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. But well, thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, for sitting down and and I'm really looking forward to this season and all you guys got going on. And I'll definitely try to make it out to a paranormal event just because that's the one thing here that I haven't done. Right. So yeah. But whether you've been coming for years and years or you're brand new to Castle Blood, I always recommend coming out. And, I love how they're kind of like Halloween all year round. So October forever, if you're, if you're like the weirdos, it's this is the place for you. So, all right. But thank you so much, Ricky, for joining me again. And thank you for listening. And thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, for listening, if you're listening on any of the streaming sites. And, both my podcasts have experienced a real surge in listenership. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And I will see you in the next, or talk to you in the next episode. And as always, stay safe, stay fierce, but especially stay spooky. Still have somebody whispering for me to go back.